Price for new college textbooks. Is it worth it? Tuesday on Good Morning Washington.
Tonight, several developing stories as we come on. Omarosa's secret recording in the Situation Room. President Trump's outspoken former advisor releasing the audio from the moment she was fired, claiming she was threatened by Chief of Staff John Kelly. The White House firing back. Showdown in the streets. The far-right group rallying just steps from the White House. Counter-protesters with their own show of force. 1 year after the deadly violence in Charlottesville. The flood emergency at this hour. City streets and cars underwater. Lightning bolts tearing across the sky. New details on the man who stole a plane, taking it for a joyride before dying in a fiery crash. Fighter jets scrambled in moments. And did video games help the thief take off with no apparent training? Suspended from duty, an officer repeatedly beating a man on the street. The city's top cop calling it deeply disturbing. The video now raising more questions. And the high seas drug bust. A military chopper chasing alleged drug traffickers, forcing them to abandon ship. What they found on board.
From ABC News, this is ABC World News Tonight.
And good evening. Thanks for joining us on this Sunday. I'm Tom Yamas, and we begin tonight with Omarosa's secret recording and the new salvo in the war between President Trump and his former White House aide. Omarosa today releasing the recording she says was made in the Situation Room, claiming it's from the moment she was fired by Chief of Staff John Kelly. She goes on to claim Kelly threatened her, telling her not to make trouble about being fired. Omarosa also doubling down on claims she heard audio of the president using the N-word. The White House launching a full counterattack. ABC's Tara Palmieri leads us off.
Tonight, Omarosa unveiling what she says are secret recordings she made inside the White House Situation Room when Chief of Staff John Kelly fired her.
I think it's important to understand that if we make this a friendly departure, we can all be, you can look at your time here in the White House as a year of service to the nation.
Omarosa saying she felt threatened by Kelly during the closed-door meeting.
And then you can go on without any type of difficulty in the future relative to your reputation.
Because this is a White House where everybody lies. The president lies to the American people.
In the former reality star's new book titled Unhinged, the Washington Post reports she calls President Trump a, quote, racist, misogynist, and bigot. The White House firing back, saying the book is, quote, riddled with lies. President Trump responding for the first time this weekend.
Lowlife. She's a lowlife.
In the book, Omarosa claims 3 people told her about a recording of the president saying the N-word on the set of The Apprentice. But she wrote she never heard it herself. Although the existence of such tape has never been proven, Omarosa claims she has now heard the recording.
Once I heard it for myself, it was confirmed what I feared the most, that he is truly a racist.
Omarosa says by the time she heard it, it was too late to update the book.
After I closed the book, I had an opportunity to go out in Los Angeles and sit down with the person who actually has a copy of the tape. And I heard his voice as clear as you and I are sitting.
Counselor to the president, Kellyanne Conway, asking why Omarosa never spoke up about these accusations while she worked at the White House.
But why didn't she tell us at the time? Why not tell ABC News the day after she was fired that that is in fact what she witnessed?
In fact, after she was fired, she told ABC News this.
I would never sit nor work for someone who I believe to be a racist.
Now Omarosa blaming herself for her role in the administration.
I was complicit with this White House deceiving this nation. They continue to deceive this nation.
And Tara Palmieri is in New Jersey with the president tonight. Tara, I understand you've just spoken to your sources and they're giving you some new information. The White House is looking into legal options to take against Omarosa?
That's right, Tom. They're looking into options not just to punish her for secretly recording in the Situation Room, but also to stop her from releasing future recordings. Sarah Sanders said in a statement that she showed a blatant disregard for national security and a lack of character and integrity. Tom?
Tara Palmieri with that new reporting tonight. Tara, thank you. Now to the showdown in the streets of the nation's capital. On the 1-year anniversary of the deadly violence in Charlottesville, a small far-right group marching in D.C., the event billed as a, quote, white civil rights rally, just feet from the White House. The group massively outnumbered by thousands of counter-protesters. President Trump criticized for blaming, quote, both sides for the Charlottesville chaos, this weekend condemning all racism. ABC's David Wright following the demonstrations today.
Tonight at the president's doorstep, a backlash that's been brewing for months. 1 year after the Unite the Right melee in Charlottesville, some of the same protesters tried to organize an encore here in the nation's capital, billing it as a civil rights rally for white people.
I'm focusing on white people because we don't have civil rights advocates.
But they met with fierce resistance. By 2 p.m., it was clear the counter-protesters were out in numbers.
We are not going to stand for hatred and fascism in the United States of America.
Do you think this is going to get violent?
No. If anyone's going to try and get violent, it's probably going to be the right. The only violence that would ever occur would be in self-defense.
Law enforcement from multiple different agencies determined to keep things calm. The Unite the Right group traveled in via subway, separated from the public, a police escort the whole way. About 3 p.m., they arrived in D.C., a crowd there to greet them, and not in a friendly way. This massive crowd is all people who are either counter-protesters or police, and they far outnumber the protesters themselves. In Lafayette Park, right across from the White House, barricades and a buffer zone kept the two sides far apart. The president is not home today. Up in Bedminster, he tweeted, "The riots in Charlottesville a year ago resulted in senseless death and division. We must come together as a nation. I condemn all types of racism and acts of violence. Peace to all Americans." A few Trump supporters ventured out among the counter-protesters. They got an earful too. And at the podium, the organizer of this event.
I'm not a white nationalist. I've never claimed to be a white nationalist, okay? But I'm okay with sharing this country with people from around the world. But if you bring in too many people at once, it's not the same country anymore. And that's what they're doing, and that's why a lot of white people feel aggrieved.
A day full of grievances, but thankfully, no real violence.
All right, David Wright joins us now in Washington, and police going through extraordinary measures to keep the streets safe, David?
That's right, Tom, and Mother Nature has helped too. The skies have opened up, the crowd is starting to disperse, but police focused on trying to keep these two sides apart, trying to keep clashes to a minimum, and they seem to have succeeded. Tom?
David Wright for us tonight. David, thank you. We turn now to the new developments in the extraordinary case of a stolen plane in Seattle. The FBI now in charge of this case, an airline worker stealing an empty airplane from SeaTac Airport, performing stunts before dying in a fiery crash. Authorities trying to learn how Richard Russell, with no apparent training, was able to climb into that cockpit and take off. ABC's Clayton Sandel's in Seattle.
Tonight, investigators are sifting through pieces of plane wreckage, the last stop on a deadly joyride.
What is he doing over here?
The key question, how did Richard Russell, an airline ground worker with no known pilot's license, steal a plane from one of the nation's busiest airports?
Holy!
Trailed by fighter jets, flying barrel rolls and steep dives.
There were some maneuvers that were done that were incredible maneuvers with the aircraft.
On the radio, Russell, a 29-year-old Horizon Airlines employee, tells an air traffic controller he doesn't need help flying.
I played video games before, so I know what I'm doing a little bit. I know how to put the landing gear down.
Suggesting Russell may have taught himself using an inexpensive flight simulator.
Today, the sad fact is that you don't have to go to a terrorist training camp to learn how to build a bomb, and you don't need to go to school to learn how to fly an airplane. All you have to do is go online.
The FBI says Russell was not a terrorist.
Just a broken guy. Got a few screws loose, I guess.
But the idea of a stolen airliner in the post-9/11 era is prompting a hard new look at this potential security loophole.
Security and law enforcement officials will want to look at this incident to see what lessons can be learned and what measures need to be changed.
Russell's fatal flight ended with a fiery crash, a devastating shock to the people who knew him.
He was a faithful husband, a loving son, and a good friend.
Government security experts tell us the system isn't designed to catch people like Russell, who appeared to have a clean record. The question now is, were there mental health warning signs that family or colleagues may have missed? Tom?
And still so many other questions in this case. All right, Clayton, thank you. Now to the developing story in the east, the flood emergency right now. Cars submerged in heavy flooding in Lynn, Massachusetts, and in Bergen County, New Jersey, the bride and groom trapped on the roof of their car. Take a look at that, stranded on their wedding day. A new round of storms on the way as the work week begins. Here's ABC senior meteorologist Rob Marciano.
Tonight, dangerous thunderstorms soaking the east. Millions from Florida to New England getting hit again.
My car.
Up to 5 inches of rain soaking parts of New Jersey on Saturday, turning this highway into a rushing river.
Oh my God, those cars are completely underwater.
The raging floodwaters sweeping away a line of cars from this Little Falls dealership, stranding a bride and her wedding party en route to the reception. The storms accompanied by a show of lightning, setting this house in Edison ablaze. North of Boston, more than a half a foot of rain falling in under 12 hours.
3 people are in trouble.
The rushing water inundating roadways, swallowing these cars. And to the west, floodwater in Texas, prompting at least 27 high water rescues, including this one west of San Antonio. In Las Vegas, storms knocking out power to nearly 60,000. This time-lapse capturing a massive wall of dust engulfing the Strip.
Some incredible images there from all across the country. And Rob, you were telling me here in the east, we're going to get back-to-back storms?
Yeah, tonight and then another couple of days, and some of this area is saturated, Tom. We've got flash flood watches just outside of D.C. tonight, northern Virginia, where you see the brunt of the heaviest rain. This mid-level low kind of drifts back inland over the next couple of days. So right through Tuesday, we'll look for an expansion of some of these storms, so more flooding potentially there. We've already seen some flooding across West Texas this weekend. Along I-35 the next 2 days, could see 3, 4, or more inches of rainfall there. They could use it in the Intermountain West, over 50 large fires burning. Evacuations tonight across parts of South Dakota. And as you can see, the heat, Tom, is unrelenting in the west.
All right, Rob, thanks so much. We turn here now to a police beating in Baltimore. A police officer suspended after video surfaced online showing him repeatedly punching a man on the street, showing him down as well. The interim police commissioner saying he is deeply disturbed by this video. Here's ABC's Adrian Banker.
What you're seeing is being described as excessive use of force captured on video. Baltimore police say Deshaun McGreer was known by this officer who asked McGreer for his ID. Look closely. McGreer shouts something, then slaps away the officer's hand, and that's when the officer begins repeatedly punching McGreer in the head and body. McGreer is pushed to the ground. The officer appears to pounce on top of him.
It was something significantly personal. It had nothing to do with serving and protecting.
McGreer's lawyer claims the officer seen hitting him had previously arrested the 26-year-old for assault and resisting arrest back in June. The video painful to watch for his family.
I was angry. I was crying. I was hurt. The level of force that was used with that officer was unnecessary.
The mayor has posted on Twitter, "I have seen the very disturbing video of an encounter between a Baltimore City police officer and Baltimore City resident and have demanded answers and accountability." Police suspended the officer immediately and asked for witnesses to come forward. We reached out to the Baltimore Police Union. They did not comment. All charges against McGreer in this recent incident were dropped. Police say that this officer had only been on the force 1 year, and they will be reviewing body cam footage. Tom?
Adrian Banker with that very violent footage there. Adrian, thank you. New developments in the growing turmoil at the University of Maryland. The school suspending football head coach DJ Durkin after player Jordan McNair collapsed in practice and died of heat stroke. McNair's family says the coach should be fired amid allegations of a toxic culture inside the football program. Here's ABC's Zachary Quiche.
Just 3 weeks away from kicking off a new season, the University of Maryland now placing head coach DJ Durkin and 3 other athletic department staff members on leave, while the school investigates multiple allegations detailed in an ESPN report following the June 13th death of one of its players, Jordan McNair.
We have an individual at hyperventilating after exercising and unable to control their breath.
Now, current and former players and staff, including multiple anonymous sources, are speaking with ESPN. Many allege that the program flourished on fear and intimidation.
He should be fired because of what happened, for his role in it, for the culture that he established.
But others have come to Durkin's defense.
I know DJ Durkin. He worked for me for 4 years at the University of Florida, and he treats people with respect.
In a statement, Maryland's athletic director said these alleged behaviors are not consistent with the values I expect all of our staff to adhere to, and we must do better.
ESPN is reporting that McNair was carried off the field by his teammates after running sprints with a body temperature of 106 degrees. We reached out to the head coach for comment, but Tom, he has not responded.
106 degrees. All right, Zachary, thank you. And much more ahead on World News Tonight this Sunday. The high-speed chase, alleged drug traffickers trying to outrun the law. The chopper chasing them from sea to land. What police seized on that boat worth millions. Plus, why are some turning on the